Hi, good afternoon. Good that Amy actually shared a bit in terms of how the brain works. I'm going to skip a lot of that. Essentially, I'm going to talk about fear. And I'm grateful here that you guys are all really wonderful youth leaders, but have you ever get that feeling that you are not accomplishing what you set up to do? Anyone? And what's stopping you? It's mostly fear, correct? It's like your fear of failure. There's so much anxiety about moving on. So, I want to ask, what are you most afraid of? Can you shout out what are the fears that you have? Injection, come on. Okay, I'm going to share with you a bit of my failure later, but I hear injection. But any other interesting fear that you have? Pardon? Okay, I can't hear it at all. But let me go back about 10,000 years back. There's a saber-toothed tiger. Oh, sorry, this is the wrong saber-toothed tiger. But our ancestors, okay, would actually face this particular creature, a saber-toothed tiger. And this saber-toothed tiger will be looking at our ancestors, and there's actually two things we'll do. One is basically our ancestor will decide whether to fight it or to flight. So essentially, this is the fight or flight response. So when we are actually having fear, there are a lot of things that actually happen to us. Our pupil dilate, our mouth get dry, like I can't speak, basically in terms of that. Our breathing get lighter, faster. And so I am sure all of you have experienced that kind of thing. And in terms of this is actually quite common, and it's actually a good thing, because these are the things that actually keep us alive. If we do not have fear in our life, we will actually be in the sense that, let's walk into a traffic, or let's do something crazy, and etc. So the fear actually grounds us, but the fear is also something that will prevent us from moving forward in terms of actually fear of actually being successful could be one of it. So if you think about this, are the three things that most modern people fear. No Wi-Fi, low bandwidth, which one of my fellow speakers will be talking about in terms of esports, or no battery. But I want you to think about it this way, okay? So when you come across something that you have failed and stumbled upon, so what's the problem? There's actually two courses of action for it. One is, if you have a problem, okay, yes. If no, okay. If yes, is there something you can do about it? Yes, no. Don't worry about it, because there are things that are basically in your life that are actually within your control, and those are things that you need to know. But there are a lot of things that are out of your control. For example, something totally out of control will be something technical that happened that we can't control, or for a speaker just all of a sudden just bail for this conference, for etc. So the thing is, what's the worst that can happen when you actually face failure? What's that? Can you shout it out? I can't hear you from here. Depression. Okay. Anything else? Okay, fair enough. That could be it. But have you ever considered, is that something true? Is that something that will actually happen in your life when you actually face those failures? No. I want to actually provide yourself with a tool to help you to manage all these failures, to manage all these fears. So we're going to do something called fear setting. Okay, I want you to take a piece of paper. Anyone do have a piece of paper? I want you to divide it into 3 different columns. Can you do that? So it will look something like this. Okay, so the 3 columns, define, prevent, repair. Define, I want you to list down all your top 5 biggest fears. What are the fears that will prevent you from actually achieving success, like your parents disowning you? Why? Mr. Han? Anyone want to share this? Okay, I just want some of you, maybe someone from the front, can you share what are the things, what are your top 5 fear? Pardon? Losing someone, okay? Yourself? Not achieve the degree that you're sent here to achieve. Okay, fair enough. My fear is basically that guy over there because he just told me I got 5 minutes more. Okay, second thing, I want you to look at that particular fear is in terms of how can you prevent it. There are certain things in life that, again, you cannot, like fear of losing someone, that is something you cannot prevent. It's totally out of your control, okay? It's nature. And like, inshallah, that is something that is within God's will. So what can be under your control in terms of failure? I want you to list down in terms of something you can do to prevent it. At least for the first one. Have you got that? So, how about yourself? Not achieving your degree, what would be the thing? Okay, so he said he has to focus. In order to prevent that particular failure, he has to focus. So he's already having a structure in terms of what he can do to actually accomplish it. The last column is actually repair. If by all chance that you cannot do anything out of it and that particular situation does happen, what can you do? Okay, fair enough. So I want you to have a look at this. In terms of life, there's a lot of things that are actually holding us back, but a lot of times it's really about fear. And this fear setting is something that I want you to take back, especially after listening to all these amazing presenters. There are so many amazing ideas that you want to do to accomplish yourself. But there are always things that will prevent you from actually achieving what you want to do. Whether you want to save the world, whether you want to prevent global cyberbullying, whether you want to actually be the next e-sport live streamer or something like that. So there are always things that are holding you back. But once you actually sit down and define, it's actually not that scary anymore. It's actually things that you can manage. And this particular concept actually has encouraged a lot of people to move forward in terms of like preventing things that are really holding them back. So back to my biggest fear. I run TEDxKL. It's one of the largest speaking platforms in Malaysia with about 5,000 over participants. And I am afraid of public speaking. I still am. I really still am. Back in the day when in university, not even in university, back in high school, I couldn't even stand at my desk answering teachers' question about if the teacher is asking me a question, I'll just stand there and freeze. So when my flight and fight response will be totally, I want to run away from this. So about several years back, what I actually did was I put myself into situations that allowed me to present. And this was actually 2014. I actually got to present in TED in Edinburgh to showcase what we did for a particular project called While We Wait, about how we hack the public transport while you wait for public transport in Malaysia to make it more entertaining. So this is something that fear setting has actually allowed me to present myself to actually push away from my fear. So Zig Ziglar said, fear has 2 meanings. One is forget everything and run. Second, face everything and rise. So it's basically your choice. After all, what's the worst can happen? Thank you.